Nuevo, welcome back to the channel. My name is David. Today we're going to be talking about my new favorite lens, which is the Sigma 24-70 f2.8 DG-DN Mark II Art Series lens. Why is it the last two lens reviews have like 5 names to describe a lens? Now, I did review the older version last year, so I'll link the video down below so you can take a look at it. And this new successor kind of like improves on a lot of things from the original, mainly like the size and weight, and also they added like things like an aperture ring. But overall, it's still kind of like the same lens with a couple minor changes, but the price is still very similar compared to the old one. As always with all my videos, we're going to be talking about build quality, autofocus, and image quality. I also did get a chance to use it on 2-page shoots back-to-back this past weekend with the salsa band I work with. So I got some daytime shots and some low light shots, so I feel like I got a good sense of what the lens is capable of. Shot everything on my Leica SL2S, which is what I'm also currently using right now for this video. And as always, Sigma did not sponsor this video, neither did Leica. I bought everything shown in this video with my own hard-earned money, and like I said in the previous video, my poor wallet is in therapy. So without further ado, let's just jump into the review and get started. Sigma claims that this lens is 10% lighter and smaller than the previous version, and you could definitely see and feel the difference. This past weekend, I worked 2 back-to-back gigs with VERDAD and shot the entire day with the Leica SL2S and the Sigma 24-70. I was extremely happy for the lighter design. My back was happy, and it just feels a lot more balanced on the Leica. And as you know, that body is kind of on the heavier side. So great design changes. I am very happy with them. As with all the Art Series lenses, it is a combination of metal and high quality plastics. Design-wise, they did add an aperture ring, which is great because now you can adjust the aperture on the fly. And for us video shooters, they included a declick switch, which declicks the aperture ring for smooth, silent aperture adjustment during video shooting. As with the previous models, it is fully weather sealed, giving you peace of mind in harsh weather. The design language takes a lot of cues from the most recent Sony 24-70 G Master version 2, which also is smaller and lighter and also added an aperture ring like the Sigma. All in all, I am very satisfied with this lens, and I think it's a winner in the build quality department. This new version of the 24-70 is using Sigma's newest HLA motors, which is supposed to deliver 3 times the performance over its predecessor. We're starting to see Sigma implement these new motors in their recent offerings like the 50mm 1.2, the 70-200, and their 60-600mm lenses. For my use case, I did notice a difference when taking photos. The previous one tended to kind of like hunt or be unsure of itself and hesitate to acquire focus. This new one just feels overall much more confident when it acquires focus. Now, for video, I did see an improvement over its predecessor, but since I am using the Leica SL2S, which is contrast-based autofocus, the autofocus would sometimes hunt, but it did acquire focus a lot more confidently, especially when I was using the tracking or face detect autofocus. I'm sure if you were to slap this on a Sony or even the Lumix S5 Mark II with the face detect autofocus, you would probably get very, very consistent results. Back in the day with third-party lenses, you would always have some sort of trade-off with image quality or autofocus in exchange for saving money. Now, in 2024, that really isn't the case. Not only are you saving the money, but you're also getting really good autofocus and image quality performance. This new 24-70 features 6 f low dispersion elements, 2 special low dispersion elements, and 5 spherical elements to reduce chromatic aberrations and color fringing throughout the zoom range. The color accuracy is amazing. Take a look at these photos that I shot over at La Quinta during night. The colors just pop and it's just so chef's kiss. It's so good. And as you can see here, all these images have been shot at 2.8, which is the widest it goes, and they're tack sharp. All in all, this lens produces very clinical image quality, which is the case with most modern day lenses. And it's kind of hard to fault this lens in the image quality department. Well, that's all she wrote. Now, would I recommend this lens? Yes, asterisk. And the reason I say that is because if you're a Sony or L-mount shooter, the price of this lens is $1,199, so $1,200 bucks. I think it's a fantastic bargain, especially if you are looking for a good 24-70 with like better autofocus motors, an aperture ring, weather sealing, all that stuff. However, asterisk, the old Sigma at the time of this recording is still on sale. So if you're really looking for a bargain, I would say go for the old one if you don't have a 24-70. If you have the old one and upgrade to the new one, unless you really want the aperture ring and the slightly better autofocus motors, it's kind of a hard sell if I'm being honest. Now, when you compare it to first-party 24-70s that usually run around $2,200–$2,300, then yeah, hands down Sigma all day. But if you're going from one Sigma to the other, it's kind of a hard sell. Regardless of what you decide, you can't go wrong with a Sigma 24-70. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you found it helpful, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video for whatever reason, double tap the dislike button twice. Trust me, it works. I'll see you guys in the next video. Hasta luego.